Dude, I'm working here. Do you mind getting out of my way? Don't click away, because I need your help in encouraging grandparents to stay mentally active through gaming. Thanks for joining the mission at Gaming for Grandparents. And please let your grandparents know it is free to subscribe. So let's get into this video and see how many grandparents we can help. So after I finished the deck and the patio, I decided to make this tennis court and basketball court. Problem is, it's not centering up correctly with the stairs there that go into the house. The tennis court is 3 blocks over to the left, and the basketball court is kind of coming right down the middle. So I decided the solution was to break up the basketball court, move it over to the right, and then rebuild the basketball court. I haven't decided if I like the colors of this basketball court or this whole area here, but I'm going with it for now. And before I can even move the basketball court, I have to extend out this area. And of course I extended it out with grass, only then to turn around and break the glass and put this green concrete down. But I'm using green concrete, I think it's lime green, terracotta, and then white concrete for the lines. So right now I think I'm making more of a mess than I am anything else, but at any rate, I'm trying to get it all lined up to where it kind of matches with the tennis court, and it'll work when I get done with it. We'll see. So now I have to break this iron fence that I put up around the ball courts so that I can extend the basketball court. And of course I have to create the lines for the free throw line. And it's not that easy to make circles in Minecraft, but I curved it, and I can at least say that much about the lines. So I'm pretty much breaking everything that I previously did, and have moved the basketball court in, or over I should say, by a few blocks so that it now will line up a lot better with the fence and those stairs. But I gotta get to the point where I've got my lines matching up to where I need them to be so that I can then create the curved lines the way they need to be created. And it's okay, it's more of a triangle, but that'll work. Then I'm adding this darker green concrete as the filler on the inside of the ball courts. I decided to add this decorative terracotta in the middle, in between the tennis court and the basketball court. But with this type of design, you have to be very careful how you place it so that the design actually works. And I kind of figured out a long time ago that wherever you're trying to place it, you want to just stay going in the same direction but skip a block. And that's what I'm doing right now, is I'm kind of skipping a block, but I'm also debating if I want to go ahead and extend this out even more so that I have a really even design throughout this whole section. So it'll make more sense once I start filling in the others, but with this block, it really is 100% dependent on where you're standing and what direction you're standing in. Because the second I turn from one direction to another, it's going to change the design on that block and how that block actually goes down. So now I have to stand on the side like this and place it this way, and I'll go down the entire length and just keep going on the side there and be able to do it that way. And in a sense, I just threw the block. I basically had picked this circled terracotta because both of the balls for tennis and for basketball are round. So now you can see I've turned in a different direction, and I don't know why I just backed up like that. But whatever. Now once again I have to turn and go completely that direction in order to get it to work correctly. And now you can see the design really does work really well in this section. But it's all about making sure that you are just standing in the right direction to get those blocks to be placed correctly. Now I've decided to find a block to go in the middle, and I'm debating what color I want to do, and if I like this lime terracotta or if I want to go with the darker. And I think I like the darker because it just works better with that design. I think that's the only thing that I don't like about this court is that lime green. It just seems a little bit too neon to me. Okay, well that finishes up the center section, so I think that's really good. Now I'm going to grab my, I think it's the lilac bushes, or the lilac bushes, and I'm just going to place them on the outside of this fence. And I was debating, should I, skip a block or just go ahead and just flood them? And I decided to just go all the way around and just not skip a block. It may be something that I'll go back another time, and maybe I'll skip a block like I did up at the house. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and just coat the whole area so you have a little bit of privacy, if you will. So no one sees you actually botching your game. But see how I have the azalea bush in between the lilac bushes up here at the front of the house? I'm thinking that works better, but I'm not sure if that's the way I should do it on this or not. But I'm going to experiment here and just go ahead and keep placing these bushes for the time being. I felt like I should have a better line under the net of the tennis court, but I don't like the black that's going across there. So I think I'm going to experiment a little bit more with that because that black wool doesn't work for me. So now I'm just trying to see if maybe this darker green will work, and I think it does. Now I have to go back into the inventory and search for the web, because that's what we use for the net is the spider web. And I did decide that I did like that darker green instead of the, and that's why you don't use string, is because string doesn't show up at all. So spider web is what works, and I do like that darker green under the net, so it makes it stand out a little bit better. So of course, one of the tallest characters in the game is on the tennis court, or on the basketball court. There's no doubt in my mind he can slam dunk a basketball. So to make this look right, I've got to extend out this patio on the front here and bring it down a little bit further so that it captures the entire length of the ball court. And then I'm going to have to fix that creeper hole and the rest of this whole area so that it looks correct. So now I need to fill in this whole area underneath the basketball court so mobs don't spawn under here, and get this all just filled in. And I'm actually going to leave this tree. I'm not going to cut down this. Yeah, see, this is exactly why we have to fill this whole area in, is because of creeps like you. Yeah. Exactly. Dude, get out of the way. Come on, move. I'm working here. Thank you. Mobs. Ugh. I kind of like the look of that tree that's in there, so I think I'm just going to throw some leaves in here and just kind of do a little bit more decorative on this dirt instead of leaving it as dirt. Just fill it in with leaves, and I think that looks cool. It just adds a little bit of decoration. I think I'm also going to add some ivy onto this so that, I guess it's called vines, but technically it's ivy. Okay, so now we've got to do something on this back side so that we just don't have this cliff coming up here. So I'm going to add, I think, some stairs here and see what we end up with. This smooth stone block has become my least favorite block just because there's no stairs. My only choices are these blocks and the slabs. So I'm just not happy with this block. It looks kind of good, but I may end up changing this block out completely and replacing it with something else. Alright, so I'm going to, around this patio section, if you will, do the azalea bush and the lilac bush, because I do like that, how I have it in the front. So I'm just going to continue that on this area too, and just alternate between the two of them. Now, of course, we have to have the lights out here, so just add a little bit of light here. And these are end rods, and they are only found in end cities. So you have to basically go out and fight with the dragon before you can get to this point of getting these type of lights. Alright, so now I have two staircases going down on the back side of the house, or on the back side of the court. So adding these grass blocks so that I can add the lilac plant or flower and the azalea bush. Okay, I think this is going to work for me. I will add a couple of grass blocks there and there. And yeah, I think this will work. I think I'm going to add my azalea plants here. Yeah. Oh my gosh, we have 4 of these iron golems and a villager. So apparently the iron golems is going to play some basketball, and maybe the villager is a referee. I'm going around and hitting the iron golems with some iron just to repair them. If you use iron ingots on them, they'll no longer be cracked. So that's what I'm doing right now, is just adding some iron ingots to the iron golems. And it's dawning on me that my lights here that are going the full length of the courts might be too low for the basketball. So I may have to fix those. But I'm just kind of looking out and around and seeing what else I want to do. And there's some phantoms out because I have not slept in a few days. So we will get to that. When I speed up the footage, it really does look like the iron golems are playing basketball. But they actually need a basketball. So there's the basketball. See, they could totally slam dunk. But now I'm thinking my basketball backboard is not high enough or large enough. So I think I'm going to add to it. You are welcome for me giving you a basketball. Quit staring at me. I know it took me a minute. Okay, that's definitely better, but my lights are too low. Because, yeah, if you've ever played basketball, you know that doesn't work very well. But I'll go ahead and fix this backboard too. And then I'll get to fixing the light because as you can see, yeah, they're too low. Okay, so I've removed all the old ones and I have raised the other ones up a couple of blocks, so hopefully that should be good enough. It looks like it's gonna work, so I think we'll stick with that. Okay, so now I'm just going around seeing what else I want to add, what else I want to do, and yeah, that's a straight drop right there. But I think I'm just going to add a light right there. And now I'm just going to spin around here, kind of just look and see what it all looks like. And I think this is good. I like this. I don't like the color of the banners. So I think I'm going to do something else with these banners. I know these cords are a little bit short, but they're good enough. Let's go over here to this loom house and look at getting a different type of banner. And I think I'm going to go again with the circle to show it's a ball court. And I'm just kind of going back and forth through these where, you know, what design do I want to go with? And I'm pulling my different dyes out to see what color of dye I actually want to have in here. And I do kind of like that white is standing out a little bit more, but now I want to go in here and see about an ombre effect. So now when I put these up, we have it working much better. Yeah, once again, the purple, you know, I keep trying to bring the purple in just because of all these flowers, but I think this green just works better. So we have the ombre effect with a white dye and a green dye. So I think that does it for putting up banners, although I think I may just put banners on the back of the basketball courts. I did put that ivy up, so that's what's draping down there now. So it adds some decorations on that dirt block. Yeah, see, I don't like that green or that gray hole or that gray block where the basket is. So I think I'm going to change that on the back side or cover it up with a banner here. But I'm still just kind of looking around and seeing, does it work? And I think this works for me. What do you guys think about this build? I had a lot of fun with it, even though it was a little bit of a challenge to get that basketball court curves to line up correctly. But in the end, I think it turned out pretty good. I'm thinking I'm going to replace some of the stuff in the front here anyway. So, yeah, that works better. Yeah, I like that. But yeah, I'm thinking about replacing the fountain and doing something slightly different with the fountain. But in the meantime, the iron golems can still stay out here and play some basketball if they want to. Obviously, they're avoiding the tennis court because apparently they can tell that spider web is a bad thing. So I think that's why they're avoiding the tennis court. But these are all the after pictures, and I think this really worked out well. I hope you enjoyed this video, because I had fun building all this. It's fun to just stay at home a little bit after you explore a lot, and then just build. I really want to encourage grandparents to stay mentally active through gaming. I want to mentally challenge them with strategy games and task management games and creative games like Minecraft. So if you appreciate my efforts in trying to encourage your grandparents to stay mentally young, please let them know about this channel. And let them know it is free to subscribe. There's no cost. And again, thanks for watching Gaming for Grandparents.